Welcome back, good viewer. This is the Skyrider. So, with Mr. Mechanical defeated, we will level up our heroes that have leveled up as a result. For the Alchemist, we will buy Level-Headed, which gives her resistance to mystical and mental damage. Solid Skeleton for Bullet, the same but for crushing damage, and upgrade Fist Flurry. El Diablo we're leaving to buy Hellfire. Eve we're leaving to buy Acid Arrow. Man of War, we will upgrade Magnetic Harbour, upgrade Kraken's Scales to its fullest extent, defense against crushing, piercing and energy attacks, similar to Magnetic Harbour, which is projectiles, energy and electricity. And Mentor Microwave, we're buying Irradiate, which, as the name would suggest, causes the enemy to take radiation damage. The Ant, buying the incredibly useful Pincer Punch and upgrade Acid Bomb. Good, right. So now that we've sped through that, actually, we'll progress on. And call it my spidey sense, call it what you will, good viewer, but I just get the sense that Man of War is going to be here talking to Minuteman. I don't know why, even though he's not there. We'll see, won't we?
What is it, Man of War? Despite your valiant exterior, I can tell something is troubling you.
We were fortunate that only this headquarters of ours suffered from the lunatic's assault. What if the wee lads and lassies had met the same fate as these four walls?
You refer to Sea Urchin and Liberty Lad?
Ye gods, man! I refer to the whole lot of them. Half of them are scarcely out of short pants.
If what Mentor says is true, we face a foe that threatens not just Freedom Force, but the very safety of the Earth itself.
I'm not so sure on Earth where we put mere tots on the front lines is worth defending.
A situation has arisen at the Museum of Ancient History. The hour has come.
What are you talking about, man?
Lord Dominion has sent Freedom Force a message in the form of a fleet of intergalactic warships.
Shit, boys, that's quite a message. So, the team for this mission will be Alchemist, Eve, the Ant, and for the first time in their debut, Law and Order. Let us enter the fray, good viewer.
As Mentor foretold, a domain invasion force soon appears at the Museum of Ancient History. Their troopers materialize through glowing teleportation portals, terrifying the populace. Has the end come at last?
The domain is beaming in stormtroopers through these portals.
Stand back, fellas. It's time for the Alchemist to go to work.
Right, so we'll send the Alchemist to work. First things first, we'll get the Ant up to grab that experience canister on the roof there. Now, for this mission, good viewer, two things. One, you're going to lose prestige to the civilians dying.
Who are the trained lapdogs of the traitor? Prepare to fall before our might!
That's just an unfortunate...
and malodorous. Be still my beating heart.
That's just an unfortunate reality of it. Number two, you have to be careful in protecting the Alchemist, because these aliens have attacks that are radiation based, which naturally will do a lot of damage to your flesh based characters. The aliens are vulnerable to piercing damage, which is something very important to note, hence why we've brought along Eve. Law also has some piercing attacks on her side, and Order is, as one would expect, very good at whacking things with a giant hammer. And to get back over here, the other thing to be careful about, good viewer, is obviously you need to watch Alchemist, but it's very much a case of whoever shoots first wins, because you have characters that can do a lot of damage to you, but then equally these characters can do a lot of damage. You can do a lot of damage to them, and they can do a lot of damage to you. So it's simply a case of who gets to shoot first.
Peaches and cream. These aliens don't know when to stop. Visit
The other thing is that, as I said, be very careful with alchemists,
I sense danger.
because right there,
Race of Gaia.
she's going to take a lot of damage and she doesn't have the best of endurance.
That nature cries out.
So
Ready to
they'll
serve.
most likely, if you start trying to close the portals,
Take this.
Peaches and cream! There goes!
I have detected 2 more portals opening. Reinforcements continue to arrive as we speak.
if you start trying to close the portals with alchemists, the aliens will try and kill her.
Before Gaia's mistress.
And they can very, very easily do this. So just, you know, blow them back with repulsion or with other abilities, just to prevent them from
Justice is
going for you.
Yes, sugar?
I am ever. The justice is not blind.
Okay, let's switch to order. So we can show him off. There we go,
One
Alchemist.
portal closed for business.
So, this mission can either be very simple or very difficult. The one very key point is that the aliens will start trying to attack Alchemist if she targets the portals. So, make sure there are no aliens in the immediate vicinity, because otherwise
Take this.
they'll all start focusing on her and then they could quite easily one-shot her. Punch him, Ant.
Yes, I don't wish to hurt you.
Gotcha.
Yes, sugar?
And of course, since they're vulnerable to piercing damage, then repulsion is also very effective because that's a piercing-based attack.
Anyone call for an ant?
More troopers are arriving. Alchemist, you must make haste.
I am under attack.
Sorry about your portal, fellas. Send me the bill.
Excellent work, Alchemist. They won't have been expecting. Moons of Rachel! Another portal opens.
This one's more potent.
They must be bringing in something incredibly powerful.
Fools! Lord Dominion demands the obliteration of this structure, and I, Praetor, shall deliver it to him!
The domain seem to be focused on destroying the museum alone. Furious, you must stop them! More troopers are arriving! Alchemist, you must make haste!
And it's everybody's favourite henchman, Praetor. Now, my advice is, of course, as you probably will have noticed, once the portals start going down, all of the aliens disappear.
For Gaia's
So my advice is to close the portals ASAP, because then all the minions get knocked out. Ah, these damn energy shields, yes.
service.
Here it comes, children.
These energy shields are of course incredibly irritating, but not infallible. There we go. Ooh, hoo, hoo. You can see how effective that was. Right. Now, we use...
The artifact lies in this building! Lord Dominion demands its destruction! Destroy the building!
I love Praetor's voice, it's just...
For the domain!
so... well, it is incredibly alien, and it just sounds very delightfully melodramatic. Yes, those energy shields, you can... they're annoying, but the aliens don't tend to do anything whilst they're affected by the energy shields. So... if you can just keep attacking them, and, you know, aiming with things like arrow and other piercing abilities. That's Pincer Punch right there, good viewer. A very, very effective power, as you can see there, because it's powerful and fast. And Order, as you can see, is very good, because he can send enemies flying with ease. And that's... Praetor isn't really a threat, to be honest, because all he'll really do is he's so focused on attacking the museum, he won't really ever attack you at all. So as you can see, this energy shield is sort of a bit... Well, aside from being irritating, it's also a bit erratic.
Here it comes, chump.
There we go. So the only thing Praetor will be focusing on is the destruction of the museum. So send him flying with Order, or with Repulsion, or other abilities, and you should be alright. Yeah, not suffering as badly as you are, mate.
Here it comes. I have failed. Ask what you will.
Praetor. My lord, have you gone mad? Glory to you, Lord Dominion! Lord Dominion demands the destruction of this structure! And I'm going to stop doing that now, because otherwise I'm going to have a coughing fit.
Yes, sugar.
Fools! You've doomed us all!
No point in sour grapes, Melonhead. You lost fair and square.
So you'd like to think the domain is far from your greatest threat?
What do you mean, Praetor?
Traitorous scum! You think you're saved, don't you? Well, let's see if you can hold together the timelines with your bare hands!
What's he talking about, Mentor?
Prepare to meet the doom you have prepared for yourself. Prepare for the coming of Time Master!
We tire of your rant, lackey. We send you back through your own portals to tell your master that the planet Earth is under the protection of Freedom Force.
Fools, they've been deceived yet again. And the artifact I sought from the museum is mine for the taking. Very soon I shall meet this Freedom Force, and how I shall laugh when they learn that the reward for their labors shall be the end of time itself.
Can this be the one who pulls the strings of both the Domain and Freedom Force? Can one so powerful, so brilliant, be stopped by even the noblest heroes of the galaxy? Perhaps that is a question best left unasked.
More questions about the mysterious Time Master. So exactly what were the Domain doing down here, I wonder? And what makes them so afraid of this Time Master? Lost prestige there, unfortunately. Again, much like the Mr. Mechanical missions and the destruction of the Patriot City buildings, what with the aliens spawning very, very near the civilians, you're going to have, and what with explosive abilities like of the alien sergeants with their plasma rockets, I believe, which when they launch and will cause explosions, and then with the radiation guns and stuff, civilians being vulnerable to that, you're bound to lose some. But it's only 100 prestige, so, and these enemies are pretty valuable, so it's not too big a loss. And we kept the museum undamaged, so no part of the museum building collapsed. If you see any part of it collapse, then you'll lose that bonus. So that's a good 80 prestige for us. So, after that history lesson, see what I did there? We will find out what happens with this next time, and the consequences of our actions, and if this Time Master is really as dangerous as the Domain seem to fear he is. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Skyrider. Farewell until we meet again.